welcome to my channel. Hope you all are in good health and taking full precautions against COVID, because that is the most important thing right now. So in this video I will be talking about whether merchant navy is good or bad as a career option. First, let me tell you friends, because in this video my aim is not to influence anybody's decision or motivate or demotivate in any kind. I will just be laying out 5 merits and 5 demerits about this field and leave it upon you to decide whether, upon your choice and your priorities set in your life, this career suits you or not. Talking about the merits first. The first point I want to tell is the merchant navy career is a very fulfilling in the sense that its way of living and the life structure, it resembles to the military life. Here also we have to be physically fit, work in an organizational manner, and we have to be disciplined in our approach so that to be successful. Second point in the merit, that you get full job satisfaction in this field, because if you love your job, then it's only you and your job and nobody is in between to create any kind of disturbance or distraction. If you choose a job which you love, then you don't have to work a single day in your life. That is a very true statement. Indirectly it means that you should only be doing in your life what you love to do, or rightly said, that do what you love and love what you do, because it is your love only towards your work which will keep you engaged throughout the contract, and you will not even realize that you have spent such a long time being on board and your sign off day has come. So that is the magic on board, but only if you are truly dedicated and determined towards your task. Third point in the merit list is fast promotion. Yes, as compared to the shore industries, your progression in your career path will be really fast if you can grasp things quickly. If you learn things very fast, then you just have to complete your C time and appear for competency exams, and if you pass it, then here is your promotion. Fourth point in the list of merits I will say is the traveling. You get to travel the whole world, you get to see new places, explore and roam around. But a word of caution here, depending upon your type of vessel, it may be possible that your shore leave is not allowed, or you must be visiting such places where shore leave is not permitted, or the port is very far away from the main cities. So in those cases it is your bad luck, and may happen that in your whole contract you may not be able to visit any nice places. And the fifth one and the most important one, that is the packages and salaries. Yes, they are the highly paid and most handsome packages for mariners. Payments of being offered here are unmatched, and they are second only to few of the sectors onshore industries. If one continues sailing and completes his required sea time as per time and appears for competency exams and clears it, then within 6 to 8 years he will be rising to the topmost rank, that is master or chief engineer, and his average package will be something around 10 to 12,000 USD per month. That obviously will vary upon the type of vessel, company, and the total experience he has accumulated over his whole career. Now we come to the demerits. The first and foremost, the biggest concern of any seafarer is that in case of any emergency back at his home, he will not be able to be present there. At such time, maybe his presence is so vital. So at such times, it will be very difficult for him to continue on board, because mentally he will be not present there. So that is a very big negative. And also most of the seafarers midway in their career or very early on, they leave this field just because of this. Second point in my demerit list is that the vessel is very large and very small number of complements, hardly 22, 24, 25 persons on board. They operate the whole vessel, so that it is a very stressful job. And out at sea, mid sea, if anything goes wrong, like any fault comes, then it's only up to you to rectify it and bring the vessel to the nearest port, because no shore assistance or no help can come to you at the mid-sea. The third point in the demerit list is the adverse and harsh condition due to the dynamic behavior of the ocean, where heavy rolling and pitching motion will start, and it is a cause of great discomfort for the seafarers, and in such conditions carrying out any type of job is a very cumbersome task. Friends, fourth point in the demerit list is that the nature of the job of seafarers are contractual. That means after every contract you are on leave and you are not paid on that, and after your leave is completed, then your again contract is renewed depending upon various conditions, whether your certificates are valid or not, whether you are medically fit or not, or whether your last appraisal report was good or not. So these factors are there, and every contract you have to pass through all these screenings. So that makes a bit tough for employability. Also, when you are on leave, that time company is not paying you. And the last and the fifth point in my demerit list is, I will say, the risks of various safety and security issues that are involved in worldwide safety. Security issues like piracy is very eminent in certain areas of the world, like Gulf of Aden and the Singapore Strait likewise. And for safety, for any task you carry out on job, there is a risk involved in it. If you don't follow the proper procedure as per protocol, if you don't carry out the risk assessment of the whole work scenario, then there is a safety compromise, and it can lead to accidents which can severe injuries, or at times may be fatal also. So that's it guys, that was the 5 merits and demerits about the merchant navy field. Now I leave it upon you to decide whether it is good or bad, and please let me know also in the comment section. Thank you very much for watching this video. Bye bye, take care.